Hello, my name is Rax Chavez. I'm an attorney for Landlord-Tenant Solutions, run out of the law office of Ricardo Allen Chavez, Esquire. I'm going to talk a little bit today about unlawful detainer stipulation and judgments, but specifically about holdover damages. Calculating holdover damages is an important part about getting the proper amount on your judgment. Now, I'm going to create a hypothetical situation. Let's say you have a client who hasn't paid for the month of May, and they haven't paid for the month of June by the cutoff date, whatever that date is. It'd be the first, the third, whatever date, and you've served a 3-day notice. Now that 3-day notice, let's say you served it on the 2nd of July, the 2nd of June, and it runs out on the 5th of June. Now the thing is, you want to make sure that you serve your 3-day notice on a Monday or a Tuesday, because if you serve it on a Friday, it doesn't start counting until Monday. It's business days. So you want to get it early in the week so that it cuts it off and make sure that they understand that before, so they have to get out. Now, the holdover damages are everything that accrues after the expiration of the notice. Okay? So the thing is that if you go in, some judges do it differently than others, but the main calculation is that you have to understand why they ask in the unlawful detainer how much it is per day to rent your unit, because the holdover damages are counted on a per diem basis. So if you served it on July 2nd and June 2nd, and it expires on June 5th, and they haven't paid, and then your court date is on July 17th, I'm just using a random number there. It's 42 days from June 5th to July 17th. And at $100, at a $3,000 a month rent, that's $100 a day, times those 42 days, that's $4,200 extra. That all has to be included in the eviction amount. Now, that's if there's a straight up eviction done. Now, if it goes to a stipulated judgment, there's usually you might waive the judgment just to get them out and get your property back, and that's something that we'll talk about at another time. But if they don't get out by that end of that date, whatever the stipulated judgment says, and I'm going to pick August 30th, okay, because it's nice round numbers that way. If they don't get out by August 30th, on September 1st, you can serve a writ and execute and unseal the record and get the judgment entered. So you've got to include on the second page the amount that you want for the judgment, because only on the first page they can only limit the holdover damages for that day, the day in court. But on the stipulated judgment, if they're going to move out on August 30th, then you still get all of June, all of July, and all of August. And that way you're covered on your total amount. So the stipulated judgment, that's the language on the back page here with all these lines, has to include the fact that they are paying extra that's not listed on the front page. And they are agreeing that if they don't move out by that certain date, that they are going to have a judgment entered against them for the entire amount. And that's the carrot. That's the carrot and the stick. If they get out and they've agreed that you've agreed that you're going to waive the rent, the back rent and the holdover and everything else, then they need to get out, or they're going to be liable for the entire amount, not just a portion that ends up on the 17th of June, or excuse me, 17th of July, or the 5th of June. You want to get that entire amount up to the date that they're supposed to move out. So they're supposed to move out on August 30th. You execute the writ on the 1st, and that writ, you get your property back as per that agreement. And we'll talk about getting writ execution at another film. But what you want to do is make sure that number that they're going to get is that judgment's going to get entered for the proper amount of money that is due you, because they did not fulfill their half of the bargain. I'm Rax Chavez for Landlord-Tenant Solutions. Please click and subscribe. I really enjoy any comments that you give. I would love to hear that. And yes, if you're questioning, I have a beard growing in because it is the middle of October, but November beard is coming, and that's Male Cancer Awareness Month. And as a survivor, I try to put myself out there for that. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening.